Hooray! This channel's 5 years old, and the only thing I can provide is an update video. If you've seen SMG4 circumstances and you know that he's having trouble uploading because he's having difficulty finding time to do that, then I'm under the exact same circumstances as him. As such, it is hard to find time to make videos and upload them as well. So, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making videos. Next reason is also because of a couple of other reasons, which I will hopefully dispel the rumors of in this particular video, because some people have started making rumors for no reason. And to tell you about what my real plans are, well, for what I plan to do with some of the series that have just been going on for a period of time. So, let's get started. The big elephant in the room, Super Mario 64, The Curse of the Invincibility Frames. People think that I cancelled the series because I haven't uploaded part 16, nor have I given any hint towards it. Periodically, on my Twitter, I might talk about it when I'm not busy randomly junking out on there. I never gave any indication that I was going to cancel it. I never told anyone that I was cancelling Super Mario 64 The Curse of the Invincibility Frames. I never gave any hints towards it. I still plan to make part 16, and I still plan to end it. I have recorded most of the footage for it. In fact, I would have released it by now, if not for the fact that I'm waiting for a commission from someone for the fight scene of the particular video. But this guy is so ungodly lazy and has taken pretty much the equivalent of a year to do it. Earlier this year, I released a video asking if anyone could search for any other GSFers. Nobody, including myself, could find anyone, so we're stuck with this guy who's going to take absolutely literally forever, in the hope that maybe someday he might complete it. And that's the situation I'm in right now. I simply cannot release the video because it's a completely unfinished product. I don't want to show you a preview, because then most people who have probably seen the preview will probably skip that part and not really notice the rest. And I want it to be a completely new experience. Like something that you've never seen before. So that's why I'm holding off on it. It's not because I'm a jerk. It's not because of that. I'm being held back by someone who is taking far too long. And in terms of my last talk with him, that was at the time of this recording last month, which is in July. I'm recording this in August. So I have not heard any word from him about what the status of it is. As far as I knew, it was close to finished, but I'm not sure. I am trying to complete it, though. I do want it to be completed. And after that is done, I hopefully can continue with the Super Mario 64 series in general. Not just with part 16, will be other videos that will come out with it as well. So, yeah. Don't think there's nothing on the horizon, because I'm kind of using space on my computer to even hold the files relevant to part 16 and the other videos in the first place. So, yeah. I still care. I haven't given up. It's also the fact that time's been a jerk, as I mentioned earlier. So, now that that's over with, now for the second thing that I was going to talk about, the Chow Series. I mentioned that when I would get a capture card that I would try to upload that more frequently. First of all, I had to go out to find a cable to get better quality for it, because screw the lines. I hate the lines. They're in the first capture card thing that I found. But not only that, it's not just the fact that I had difficulty recording in the past. It's that I don't know what exactly to do in the next video. I want to show off my Chow, but the most things I ever do if I ever pick up the Chow garden is I spend a bit of time and breed for a bit. The Chow Garden is mostly about waiting for a very long period of time, and with the 20-minute episodic time span, I can't really do a whole lot in that period of time. So that kind of limits me, and I'm wondering what I should do, if I should extend the length of the Chow series episodes to compensate for time with the darn things and, time I spend getting animals and stuff. It's not that I want to give it up, it's that I don't know what to do. I want to show off the Chow, but what else can I show off with them? Like, I have 3 memory cards, what can I do with them? So, yeah, I'm simply at a loss at that one. Now for some of the other stuff, which is not really as, main, I guess. Roblox videos. Roblox videos, they're very periodic. I only do them when I get on Roblox at all, if ever, because it's not that I hate Roblox, it's that I simply normally don't have time when I'm comparing other things. I'm not just on there, I'm on several other places as well. I'm not giving up on it, I've just kind of, delayed those. Nostalgic content, that will happen eventually when I get time for it, because again, I gave up on those because time was a jerk. It's not that I don't want to go back and play my old games, it's that I'm running low on time. I'm big exams and stuff. Aside from that, there's not really much other content. Gmod Tutorials that I was creating for the past few days, or weeks, I guess, if you count that. I'm not going to make that a regular thing. That was only because I wanted to show off very specific parts, more advanced techniques than what most people start with their tutorials. I only have one that I would plan to make in the future, and that's a really short one. But I'm not going to make things like a posing tutorial or things like that, because if you didn't watch that video where I mentioned I don't want to do a posing tutorial, I simply don't want to do a posing tutorial because what I'm going to be posing is not relevant probably to what you want to pose. Everyone wants to pose a different kind of ragdoll, and it's a skill that has to be learned over time. I'm still not perfect at it, even good as I am, so I don't want to make a posing tutorial when it's kind of hard to imagine what you'll be using, because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Several models have different weights or different ways of posing, and I can't simply go through all of them when I have like 400 models or something. So, yeah, I'm not going to be making too many more of those. There was also Splatoon content I kind of wanted to upload like 8 parts of Rainmaker, and you might have seen those, but I deleted them. Not because I didn't like my progress, but I was taking too long to upload them, and the quality was just, oh my god, that was terrible. Which is another reason I'm kind of holding off on stuff. I want to fix the quality of my capture cards, so not so it's perfect like people on YouTube are, but like decent enough that you can see it without cringing at the quality, There's also something else that I planned, but like I've kind of held off on it. It was this idea that I had a long time ago, but I never really got to use it because I was lazy. Amoeba Rules, which would be Smash 4 fights with only my amiibo, which there are like 40 of on a particular box, and it was to be like little fights between all of them and seeing who specifically would win. My Jigglypuff would never win. But I never got around to it because I never inserted Smash 4 on my system. I haven't done it for a long time. But yeah, it was mainly going to be like poll focused, like who do you want to see in the next thingy, and vote for like 40 amiibo. So yeah, I kind of gave up on it. Aside from that, I don't think there's much else. Also, I only just looked at it. I looked on my channel for help there. Super Mario 64 ROM hack music, like ROM hack music that people play, because most of the views on my channel come from the music that I uploaded, which is pretty darn obvious. I never really gave up on those, and especially if you were to ask me about those. It's just that my whole channel, and I technically, like anywhere I am, I tend to just receive silence. No one's really given me anything to work with. It's not that it's not that I'm, it's not just also the fact that I'm lazy and I don't really want to just do it, because if no one's going to be pleased about it. But if you want me to like record a song for from like a ROM hack, then request it. I'll put your name in the description. I'll see who made the ROM hack specifically, and credit them for it. It's only like 2 minutes of my time that I can spend sitting there recording. Then, like, all it is just uploading to YouTube from there, and getting a faint, funky picture. So I never gave up on those. If people want to request by my discussion, which I have open, then they can do that, or on Star Red Music specifically. I don't want people to be going on my Super Mario 64 videos saying, "Hey, I want this specific song from ROM hack," because that's not relevant to the Super Mario 64 video that I uploaded. So yeah, that's supposed to be a thing. Aside from that, I also have a commentary channel that I use to express my views. Yes, I'm the same person. And that's technically a side channel. I'll link that in the description if you want to see my commentaries on how Summer 3 sucks. But yeah, that's also a means for content. I upload there more frequently because I can. You mind, birds? Because I can afford to upload more commonly there, since I kind of don't care about that content. To be honest, yeah, I'm just saying it because if you don't know it, there it is. I talk there, and that's totally fine. I'm kind of, people would call me insane, but yeah. Aside from that, there's not really much else. I could potentially, if in the future I had time, like with the Roblox stuff, do stuff with webkins, like I did with originally with that video, the old game of change. That's what the video is called, and I could do stuff like that more often if I could get the chance. If Fraps doesn't act like a douchebag like I did when I originally recorded that time. But yeah, that's really all the content that I had to talk about. That's really all the content that I would wish to either continue with if I had time, or I had other plans for. I never really gave up, if anyone thought that. I didn't intend to give up, as so say. I never, in some cases, for some people, moved to DeviantArt. That's just sort of been just an activity rise, since again pictures are a simpler medium than videos, therefore they're easier to do and I have more time for. I keep mentioning time, but like if I had more time, it's not a matter of really if right now, it's a matter of when I get more time. When I get more time will be after the HSC is over. The HSC is the equivalent to whatever final exams exist in your school after the final year of compulsory high schooling. Compare it to whatever the hell your equivalent is. I don't really know, but they're the finals, the final tests. Therefore, I have to, being a student, be on the ball, if you might use that saying. So, and it's really ramping up now. It's August. The tests are in October. And I'm going to be in the middle of hell. So, yeah, that's the whole reason why I can't really do anything about this right now, and why I can simply only make an update video in comparison to anything else that I could possibly make. The tests, the HSC tests, end in November. They start on October 13th, I think. It's around like the very start of October, and ends, I know this because I have a test on the very last day, on November 4. So, on November 4, that's when I can begin to do stuff. Do fun stuff, basically. And trust me, there will be a lot of fun stuff. So, yeah, I'm rambling at this point, so see y'all, have a good day, peace, and hopefully this content will be dealt with in the future. Hooray! Let me just mention one thing very, very quickly, though. If you want to see where I mainly hang out most of the time, when I have time, I do have a Twitter, and warning, this is very important. I tweet a lot on there. So, yeah. I provide a link as to my general rules of Twitter, of what I do on Twitter, and what I'm like. So yeah, you might want to read those on my profile, but if you want to follow me there, by all means do so. I'm not really asking for followers, I'm just saying if you want to know where I am and you want to know what I'm talking about, that's where I'll be. I'll talk about YouTube sometimes, but I'll also talk about other things, so that might confuse you. So yeah, sorry about that. But if you want to follow me like a stalker or something, then do it on Twitter. So yeah, for realsies, see you sometime in the future.